Alright, what's going on, guys? We are going to continue looking at some Eurotackle lures, the soft plastic collection. Today we are going to be looking at the Eurotackle Leech. So this is a really small lure. It's a 0.75. It is 3/4 of an inch. This is the black color. I have one already rigged on. Now this is going to be one of the smaller soft plastics that I have ever used. I think the smallest up to this point was actually an inch, so this would be the smallest. Tiny little grub body with a little beaver-like paddle tail. Hard to find a hook that kind of fits this. This is a 1/100th ounce jig head with, I believe, what is a size 10 hook, so pretty small. We're going to be fishing this here on this smaller canal. I think these are marketed and designed for ice fishing, but the last time there was ice here was probably like 10,000 years ago. So we'll see what kind of little small cichlids or sunfish we can get on these guys today. And like all Eurotackle lures, they usually produce pretty well, so I'm hoping there's more of the same out of this one. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, so here's a little better look at the lure. Just really small, little beaver-like tail. I mean, I could kind of understand why they call it a leech, but it also doesn't really look like a leech. But yeah, so here is the little canal we're going to be fishing. The water here is clearer than normal. I could see the bottom. Saw a couple Mayan cichlids, one little bluegill. Oh, that was quick. Literally on the first drop, we got a little bluegill on it. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so here is our first fish of the day. It's actually not a bluegill, it's a little red ear sunfish. You can see the red ear and the little bit of orange there on the right behind the mouth. So first fish on our first drop with the Eurotackle Leech is a nice little red ear sunfish. Alright, so that did not take very long at all. Let's make another drop with this thing. See if we can pick up another sunfish, maybe a cichlid of some sort. And let's test it out a little bit more. Oh, got him. Oh, little peacock. Sweet. Look at this little guy. Yeah, so this guy, clearly small, but I mean, we're not going for big fish with this little Eurotackle Leech, but nice little peacock bass. So beautiful colors. Let's get him back, and let's see what else we can get on the leech. Oh. I think that was another peacock that came to take a swipe at it. Those guys are fast. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. There we go. Same fish. Took a swipe at it the first time and missed. One cast later, we got it. Yeah, so if I had to guess, this guy's probably a brother or a sister to the one that we just caught. So let's get the little lure out. And second little tiny peacock bass. I don't know why, but I think when fish are smaller like this, they look a lot better than they do when they're adults. Just think the colors and pattern on this guy looks real nice. Alright, so I made a small change. I changed the jig head. This is a kind of more traditional ice fishing jig head, like a little teardrop style. I think it's actually a little bit heavier. I think it's like 1/80th ounce or something like that, and a much smaller hook. Because what was happening, two things were happening. Number one, I think the 1/100th ounce jig head was just a little light and wasn't swimming perfectly. It was kind of spinning on the way down, and when I was jigging it, it wasn't jigging well. And then secondly, I think that hook was a little too big for a lot of the smaller fish that are in here. Yeah, this works a lot better. Yeah, this sinks down nicely. So I think the higher weight and the smaller hook should give this lure some better action and also increase my hookup ratio with some of the smaller bluegill and whatnot that I was getting bites from and unable to catch. That's a snakehead. Oh, I have not seen a snakehead in here. That's a big snakehead. I doubt it came up on camera. But that was like a 4 or 5 pound snakehead. I did not know snakeheads were in here. Alright, might have to come back with something bigger and target some snakeheads one day. But right now, let's try to get something on the Eurotackle Leech here. Oh, got him. Oh, sweet! The smaller hook paid off. We got ourselves a little Salvini cichlid. Alright, my first ever Salvini cichlid on a lure. Usually when I fish some larger lures, these guys are too small to not only bite the lure, but get the hook in their mouths. But the smaller leech and the smaller hook paid off nicely. Got our third species of the day, I think, on the little Eurotackle Leech. So the trade on the jighead paid off well. And let's keep fishing. Fish on. Oh, that's a Mayan. Biggest fish of the day. No. How am I going to land this guy? Oh, man. I don't think we're going to be able to land this guy. Not on that little hook. And some 3 pound test after he swam in all this. Yep. He broke me off. That was a nice sized Mayan. All right, let's retie. And let's keep fishing. Let's get one more before we call it a day. All right, so I am retied. I did not have a lot of time to fish this morning, so we have to wrap it up quick. But I'm gonna try to get one more here. Oh, there's that snake. I don't know if that's the same snakehead. But that's about the same size snakehead, which is interesting. I've never seen snakeheads, not only in this canal, but in this area in general. So I guess they are spreading and moving south. I hope I don't hook that one, because I am not going to be able to land it. But hopefully we can get another small little sunfish of some sort. Maybe a smaller cichlid, not like that last Mayan. And then we'll wrap it up. Got him. Is this a bluegill? No, it's another red ear. 2 red ears for the day. Let's take a look at this one. Alright, so we got some bites from bluegills, but I've not been able to hook up with one. However, the much rarer red ear sunfish, we now got 2 of them. So I have caught these out of this canal before, but just as a general kind of rule, bluegills are way, way, way more common. They probably outnumber these guys like 20 or 30 to 1. And somehow, we got 2 of them. So, I think we'll make a few more casts, but that might have been our last fish. We'll see how it goes. Oh, got one. Oh, is that a Mayan? No, it's another peacock. A little bit bigger. Just kind of vertically jigging this thing. Let's flip him on up here. All right, another nice little peacock. Alrighty, so once again on the little leech, this guy's barely hooked with that small hook, but we got ourselves a 3rd peacock of the day and also the biggest of the day, which is not saying much, but with that little lure we definitely can't expect big fish, especially also not in a canal of this size. But I really got to start going, so I'll make another cast because I don't want to leave when the fish are biting, but this might be it. Oh, that's another fish, another peacock. Again, vertically jigging this works really, really well. Let's see if we can land this guy. Come on up here, and this has got to do it because I've really got to go, but let's take a look at him. Alrighty, let's get the hook out of this guy if I can. Come on, dude. Alrighty. Actually, oh, alright. All we got in this guy is the actual hook. Somehow along the way, the soft plastic seems to have disappeared. But anyway, another nice little peacock, and I guess that is pretty good timing. The soft plastic comes off the hook, and we are going to call it a day. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the Eurotackle Leech as we let this guy go. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. Pretty good day for only about an hour of fishing or so. I really like the Eurotackle Leech. So most Eurotackle soft plastics, they produce a lot of fish because they have really nice action. I think they're really well designed. My only kind of complaint with some of them, it's a very few of them, but some of them, they kind of fall apart very easily. They're a little fragile, a little delicate. Something like the Crazy Critter comes to mind. Sometimes after one bite, not even one catch, but one bite, you've got to replace that soft plastic. But a lot of them are fairly durable. I think the Leech falls into that category. It has a pretty strong and sturdy body where kind of those segments are, and then the tail is just like one really nice flat piece. There's nothing really too small and delicate on this lure where it could get ripped off pretty easily. I went through a bunch of fish. I lost it on that last peacock, but I mean, after 5 or 6 fish, I think 5 or 6 fish for one little soft plastic like this, I think is a pretty good trade-off. And then I think I started out with the wrong kind of jig head. Like I mentioned, I think in the intro, these are kind of marketed at least, so I think they're also designed for ice fishing. And that 1/100th ounce jig head with that larger hook, it produced, I just don't think it produced as well. So when I tied on this little kind of ice fishing hook, the teardrop shape, and a much smaller hook, I don't know what size it is, maybe, I can't even tell you, somewhere in the low teens, maybe like a 16, 18 hook, maybe even size 20 hook. Yeah, maybe 16 or 18, I don't know. It'll be in the description. But the smaller hook with the kind of heavier tungsten weight worked a whole lot better. It sunk faster, casted better, and the lure swam better, had better action. It swam pretty well, but I think jigging it vertically up and down is where this lure shined, which kind of makes sense. If it's designed for ice fishing, that's what it should do. Most of the fish that I caught today, I didn't catch casting and reeling back in. I kind of caught them just kind of vertically jigging it up and down, near the bridges, near the pipes, near the lily pads, something like that, and the tail swayed and flowed really nicely in the water. So really like it. Definitely got to fish it on a smaller jig head. I think it's a great kind of multi-species lure for some smaller fish, even though we did get a nice Mayan to bite it that broke off and a couple peacock bass. So predatory fish definitely do like it, but I think it's kind of more geared toward maybe like panfish, kind of definitely ice fishing. But if you're kind of fishing off of docks in the summer, kind of just vertically jigging them, getting all the panfish up under the dock, I think it should probably work pretty well for that too. So another great Eurotackle lure that I really liked. Hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you guys next time.